What did the weird kid in your school do that you'll never forget? John was a really goofy kid in my neighborhood. He has no friends mainly because he was very quiet, and when he did talk, it was things like, I like stuff that smells good. He was picked on sometimes, but he had an older sister my age, and we kind of looked out for him. Even though we helped him out, he still took a lot of abuse. That is when he told his dad that he wanted to learn to box so that he wouldn't get picked on anymore. We kind of rolled our eyes at this wimpy kid doing this, but whatever. Now this was right when Rocky 1 or 2 was popular, and John would run to get in shape for boxing. John ran every day, sometimes twice a day. I would estimate that he ran 2 to 5 miles each time, judging by how many times he ran around our block. The thing was, he had a rather strange getup for running. He ran with his dog. His dog was a basset hound. I felt so sorry for that thing trying to keep up. He didn't run with him all the time, but it was quite often. He also wore a black cap like Rocky in 90-degree weather. The best part of his getup was a rather large boombox, about the size of a 30-inch flat-screen television. The boombox had a rope tied to the handles at both ends so he could wear it around his neck. He would play the Rocky theme song over and over very loudly. We tried not to laugh, but Jesus, I can't imagine the batteries he went through. He continued this for about a year, and eventually dropped the cap and boombox. In fact, he got in pretty good shape. He ran every day for years. He was still bullied and teased at school. He continued to box, as his sister told us, but he was still shy and acted wimpy. Fast forward to my senior year. We are in a study hall of about 100 kids. One of the older kids is behind him, smacking him in the head whenever the monitor was not paying attention. This kid was a real dirtbag and was known as somewhat of a badass. Something in John snapped. He stood up and turned around, giving him a creepy stare. The bully just laughs at him and smacks him again. The monitor is now yelling at both of them. John punches him right in the face. The kid's nose explodes into blood, flying over anyone within a few seats of them. He smacks him again and again and again. The kid is slumped over his desk now, barely conscious. Me and my buds were cheering like we were at an Iron Mike Tyson fight. Girls are screaming. Kids are scrambling everywhere, either to get away or to get a closer view. The monitor finally makes it to the kid after about his 10th smack to this kid's face, and she grabs John. John pushes her away like she was nothing, and she falls to the ground. That snapped him out of it. He turns around, back to his shy self, quietly saying, sorry, to the monitor, helping her up with his hands, and he starts to walk out. The whole episode lasted maybe 1 minute at most. At some point, someone went to get the principal, and he met John at the door. John went willingly, along with a cheer from many of us accidental spectators. Right behind the principal was the assistant principal and the school nurse. The monitor went to help the bully, who was out cold. He kind of came to senses when the monitor and the others got to help him. The douche was quickly becoming aware of what had just happened to him. He was humiliated beyond belief. The nurse and assistant principal got him up and helped him walk down to the nurse's station. He was mad and was yelling at them, saying, I'm fine, let me go. They allowed him to walk out on his own, where he promptly fell down the flight of steps outside of study hall. An ambulance was called and he was taken away. John was sent to juvie for 3 months, suspended for the rest of the semester. The douche never messed with John again. In fact, no one messed with John again.